What's up, guys? It's Alex. Uh, I'm coming to you with uh, another narration. It's my second video. Um, I am a big fan of the people that are narrating right now. It's a shame Kalos has mostly stopped, especially now he has his proper mic, though I do enjoy seeing him on ADV. I think Gold Mason is my favorites because he just has the best quality narration. Um, though Callis is the goat, of course, and um, well, he's pretty damn good at narrating it well as well. So I suppose it's better not to compare. Um, for the first, I haven't seen this one, but I'm sure it's going to be a treat. Fabicuno with the uh, I'm going to say personally, I think that Avatar, the Flying Vaporeon, is absolutely cursed. But it, um, but yeah, I don't know the Messiah. The Fabicuno is of course well known in the community. I've seen him write a couple of guides for new players, so it's always appreciated. And I've seen him in tournaments. I believe he has non-standard teams, but I'm not sure. Um, let's see then. Duck trio lead, and it doesn't hit anything. You've seen it in tournaments. It's a bit of a risk, of course, but you see what happens when it doesn't pay off. The Zapdos from the Messiahs behind the sub has gotten the Toxic off and has a clear lead for Messiah. On Sublissy will wall Zapdos, of course, with Ice Beam, so we see what he has for Blissey. Skarmory, I think Seismic Toss means no Thunder, we'll see. The Suicune, Thunder Wave. So I think that is better to take on Suicune. So well played for Messiah. Zapdos trying to go in. Oh god. Well, Armaldo, you've seen him in tournaments. He does do knockoff, which if you want knockoff, your other option is Hariyama. So he's just another bulky knockoff user, really. On Suicune, Zap, lots of switching. Finally a Rock Slide on Suicune, but I assume another switch. Para. I fear that there's not much going to happen, so I'm going to skip a little bit. Yeah. Suicune going up. Roaring. Always good. But here comes Skarm with a roar. No. For the Suicune. I have a feeling this Suicune is going to... there's the roar. He's powered, so he's always going to be slower. Though a fast roar can be menacing. Like, that power is, like, extremely important. I'm going to skip a couple. Yeah. Lots of switching. Yep. Riveting stuff. Switching. A duck trio on Blissey. How did that happen? Let's see. Duck trio was of course revealed as the first Pokemon. Blissey comes in on Zap, Baton Pass. Duck trio Ouch. Was it expected? Maybe. But what can you do against a good baton pass? Like, it's painful, but... So, here's just hoping for the Earthquake crits. 16 chances. 1 in 16. Very likely it's going to happen. And as we've seen... Oh, it doesn't. I don't know how often he did it. 10 times. And he didn't want to risk the last couple. That's pretty lucky for Messiah. Let's skip a couple turns. Lots of switching. I've seen one match that was tied before. I don't think it's going to be this one, but it was quite a mess at the time. They didn't even want to finish it. The Dog Trio gets Suicune. It's okay, so Suicune's asleep. Dog Trio comes in, Suicune wakes up, and goes straight to sleep again. Ouch. Ouch. But this isn't necessarily over yet. Is it going to be a crit? No, just 3 rolls. And that was it. Oh, that was pretty funny. That was the first game. Let's go to the second one. We've got 2 unknown players to me, though very well could be alts, of course. Thunder Wave on the Tyranitar, but it's Lum. Another Fire Blast, another Thunder Wave, I assume. Yeah. But the Registeel is almost gone. Tyranitar is rather crippled. I think we're still even. I don't think anyone's particularly ahead at this point. So that'll be against the doll. Houndoom as a pursuit user. Far more aggressive option than Umbreon. Not as aggressive as Gengar. I'm not sure why you'd use it over Gengar, but it has been seen, of course. Celebi is going up. I don't see Claydol doing much against it, but I assume Houndoom is coming in. No, Baton Pass to Metagross. Mixed, possibly. Or just for the special defense. Both have been seen. Houndoom for the fire attack, but the special defense, he doesn't want to risk it. It's quite a special attack oriented Pokemon. There you see Crunch on the Jolteon. Not that Jolteon is that bulky, but 50% is still quite intense. Here comes Snorlax, also known as La Hermano de Blissey. I'm not sure. It's seen often in tournaments, but I'm not sure who has coined the term. The man of Blissey. Or the brother of Blissey, rather. Focus on Ludicolo. Focus Swampert, not often seen, but can't pack quite a punch, especially like something like Ludicolo, like it's going to do a rain. To get the rain dish ability off, so it's going to be faster. I think faster or stronger offensively. Ice Beam doesn't do it. But this Celebi is almost done. I think Ludicolo is faster on account of Rain Dish. Yep. One more turn of Rain? No. So that means Jolteon is faster. Snorlax is going to get it every time. Back to Swampert, but it's not a perfect counter. Curse should make Snorlax quite a bit stronger. And those Hydros are not doing that much against especially defensive Snorlax. Especially now if it misses. Ooh, I don't see what he can do against the Snorlax. I think it's going to be a one hit. Another Hydro miss and this is over. No sand anymore, so he's going to keep healing. Another Hydro miss. Thank God it's not a tournament. This one hits. And it's rest. This is over. Jolteon's gonna do nothing. And he moved out? Why? Roar. Wow. Is this standard on Jolteon? I have seen it before, but I don't know if it's standard. Focus Punch. Para. And it hits, of course. I was expecting a curse. I suppose that's why it hasn't been using it. But I'm indulging myself. I'm going to skip to the end. Yeah, no, that was always going to happen. It's I want to say when it went downhill, but if you've got a Pursuit Tyranitar against a Houndoom, which you can't trap, and you've got a Celebi, but it can be trapped by the Houndoom. You've got a Metagross, but they've got a Registeel. They've got Snorlax, but your Tyranitar is dead. And for some reason he's not using the Metagross against it. I'm not sure why. The Ludicolo goes ham. At this point, Celebi's gone against Ludicolo. Metagross. When did Metagross die? Metagross comes in. Instant death. Well, that's the end. I don't know why they did that. What was Ludicolo going to do except for another Surf? Yeah, that was the turning point. Well, let's say next game. Blue's Energy, well known from tournaments. I feel like he makes unconventional teams just like Fabucuno. So maybe we'll see something unconventional. I believe that's a standard sprite for Blue's Energy, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's jump in. Zappa is against Ductio. This is the same team we saw earlier, I feel like. So it must be the same streak that he had going on a high rating. Thunderbolt into Tyranitar. Lum. DD. Are we going to see something here? Another DD, Thunderbolt, Rock Slide, into Armada, we've seen this team, and 100%. Without a crit. But Claydol is going to get it out. Heracross is, wow. A Mega Horn would have killed the Claydol in one go. So it's quite ballsy to stay in a Psychic, which I think would have, well, at least done a hefty chunk as a Psychic move against Heracross. Heracross threatening Blissey. Substitute maybe expecting Blissey to go out, but Blissey calling it with a Seismic Toss. Another Substitute. Another Seismic Toss. One more Substitute to activate a Berry, I feel like. Or maybe just Swarm. Swarm Mega Horn. Why did you bring the Claydol in? I don't know. It seemed like pretty obvious what was going to happen. But Dugtrio is going to get it with a flying move. I want to say Blue's Energy has the lead, but I guess we're going to see with the Suicune if it's going to take out the Tyranitar. But no, he's going to keep it. Could be useful against Blissey later. Maybe even Zapdos if it can take a hit. Looks like it's slowed down a bit without the Heracross, without the threat of knockoff. I'm going to skip through a couple turns. Focus Punch into Dugtrio. That is big, but it's paralyzed. Ouch. Was Fappuccino counting on that, or was it just luck? Or a bit of both? Skipping. Pinky to Pink Swampert. I feel like nicknames are so popular in ADV because they used to be mandatory, because otherwise you'd if you didn't have nicknames, like your opponent could be pretty sure that you didn't have a beat up Dugtrio, because beat up would show all their names, but that got fixed. I've got that off of another video, I'm not sure by who. I think Jimothy, but I don't think he was the first to make it. First Starmie of the day, but it's not going to do that much against Blissey. Except for stall, I suppose, seeing as it's defensive. It might be able to rest here. No, just Surf. It's doing quite a lot. Here's a rest. Swampert won't do much, but he's going to Curse. I don't know who wins this. Sleep Talk? No. Another Curse. Earthquake wakes up. Roar. Thunderbolts. No, because it's defensive, so it's not going to do enough. Paralyze into rests. No. Yeah, what can this really do? What's the Jirachi going to do? Wish onto Zapdos. And Suicune goes out with a critical hit. Yeah, that was kind of coming, though I expected it to win. But with Zapdos and Starmie, those are pretty good counters. But still, You never know against not much has changed. Here's the ice beam freeze. Another ice beam. Earthquake trying to catch Dug Trio or Blissey. I'm not sure why he's seeking to Earthquake. Swampert keeps going up, so he should be able to take the Blissey with an Earthquake, unless he's out. No. And then Zapdos with an Ice Beam. Plenty of Earthquakes. This Ice Beams won't get through the rest. I don't think, not without sand. That's another 18% chance to get through, or more, 21. Oh, this is the high if I've ever seen one. Jesus. Turn 200? I'm so confused. They really want them points. Is this a joke? Am I going to skip to the end? 3, 2, 1. Jesus Christ. You've hit the turn limit. Wow. Well, that was it for me. Feel free to leave a like and a subscribe for more.